Welcome back, football lovers. It is your host, your favorite neighborhood crabman, Gambino Gaming. If you're new to the channel, make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe. Today, we're going to be talking about the Week 4 matchup. Let's dive right in. So we start the weekend off with the early stretch 9:30 game, Minnesota Vikings versus Pittsburgh Steelers, 2-1 live from Ireland. I just don't know how my Pittsburgh Steelers are going to match up against that Minnesota Vikings offense. We can't stop the run. Jordan Mason is a really good ball runner. I don't know if we have the DBs to really slow down or stop Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison, who is coming back from injury. And the tight end game has been killing us. We let Hunter Henry absolutely thrash us last week. But I still think there's a high chance that we might be able to make it out of this game with us being able to pressure Carson Wentz and get after the quarterback. So I'm going to take the Pittsburgh Steelers with the opening game of the weekend. Then we have the Commanders versus the Falcons. The Falcons just got blew out by the Carolina Panthers. Give me the Commanders, definitely if Jayden Daniels plays. Chargers, Giants, Jackson Dart's first start. Love to see Jackson Dart starting, but against the Chargers being his first game, not a huge fan of that. Feels like they're setting the boy up for failure. 3-0 versus 0-3. Give me Jay Herbo and the Chargers. Titans, Texans, two 0-3 teams. Who is going to mid off the best, Cam Ward or CJ Stroud? CJ Stroud's not getting any help from his offensive line whatsoever. If you give that guy just a little bit more room to operate and time in the pocket, I feel like this Houston Texans team could be so much better than they already are. But I think I might take the Rook and Cam Ward and his new favorite toy, Alec Ayomanor. I think they have a better chance of winning. Give me the Titans. Eagles, Buccaneers, this should be a really good game. Battle of the two undefeated teams, 3-0 versus 3-0. Oh man, I'm really looking forward to watching this game. The Eagles haven't looked like unstoppable up to this point, so I'm not going to go ahead and outright give them the edge. But I do think, best case scenario, they have the better team. But you can't count Baker Mayfield out. Dude is leading comeback games after game after game after game. But I still think I'll take the Philadelphia Eagles here in a close game, 28-27. Panthers, Patriots. Not going to say that Panthers win was a fluke, and the Patriots should have beat the Steelers dead to right, but they just, everybody on that team just before the game started went to the cafeteria, got a bunch of butter and rubbed it up on their hands, got their hands all nice and buttery because them boys was dropping the ball by it. I look to see Ted O'Rourke McMillan having a big game here, and if the Panthers can make the Patriots turn the ball over like the Steelers did, I think the Panthers can win here. Give me the Panthers. Then we have Bills, Saints. Do we need to say how this game's going to outcome? It's going to be a good old-fashioned winner, and the Bills are going to absolutely thrash the Saints. I picked up the Bills' defense for fantasy purposes. Give me the Bills 34, Saints 9. Browns, Lions. After what the Lions just did to the Baltimore Ravens, yeah, it was a high-scoring game, but sacking Lamar Jackson 7 times, man, is outrageous. Myles Garrett versus this offensive line of the Detroit Lions is going to be a good matchup. But give me the Detroit Lions 28, Browns 14. You can never count Joe Flacco out. 49ers, Jaguars. Jaguars aren't awful. I just still haven't bought into the Trevor Lawrence hype. He hasn't really shown that he is a competent quarterback just yet. A lot of these rookies are coming in and proving to be better than him early, and he's got all the weapons. Brian Thomas Jr. is not having the year that we were all expecting him to have as a sophomore. So give me the 49ers. I know their defense took a big hit losing Nick Bosa but it's still a very good team. Give me the 49ers 28, Jaguars 20. Colts Rams. This is going to be a good game. Peyton Manning reincarnated Jones versus Matty Stafford. This could be Daniel Jones. This is really going to be the make or break it for a lot of people to see if Daniel Jones is really about what he's been producing. I feel like we already got a good look at that against him versus that Broncos team. But this is a Rams team that took the Eagles to the final play of the game, and a lot of us have picked the Eagles to be the Super Bowl favorites. So I will bet on Daniel Jones. I think Daniel Jones is not a byproduct of the team that he is on, because he was with the Giants and looked like dog water. Now he's with the Colts and looking like a legendary quarterback. Legendary is a stretch, but he's looking like a competent quarterback winning games, and they've only punted one time in 3 games already. That's pretty phenomenal. Give me the Colts. Bears Raiders. Ugh. Yuck. I don't know, man. Bears could easily win this game behind Roman Dunzier, and the Raiders could easily win this game behind Brock Bowers, and maybe a resurgence from Ashton Jeanty finally getting his feet underneath him and starting to produce, which I need him to produce because he's one of my starting running backs. Give me the Bears here. 21-14. Ravens Chiefs, 2 teams that haven't looked their absolute best going through 3 games. I still feel confident in the Ravens as long as Derrick Henry doesn't play the 4th quarter. Next, Packers Cowboys, Michael Parsons return game. Give me Packers. Give me 1.5 sacks for Michael Parsons. CeeDee Lamb is doubtful. Can George Pickens be the wide receiver 1 for the Cowboys against the Packers? I don't know about that one, big dog. Give me Packers. 28-14. Then we have Jets Dolphins. Yuck. 2 0-3 teams again. Tua turned the ball over, and Justin, I can't read a defense Fields. Just joking. I love you, Justin. Give me Jets. Defense overwhelms Tua, and the Jets get it done in a close game. And then we got what's probably going to be a deep wienering, because the Broncos defense is good and the Bengals defense isn't the best. We just saw the Bengals get absolutely thrashed by the Vikings. Give me Denver and 28-17 Bengals. Yeah, give me Denver. All right, and we're going to do our updated NFL tier list. Saints, number 1 pick contention. If you missed the last one, these are our tier list: Super Bowl favorites, Super Bowl contenders, playoff teams, potential wild cards, missing playoff teams, mediocre at best, young but intriguing, and number 1 pick contention. Dolphins, number 1 pick contention. Still think that the Ravens are a Super Bowl favorite. Bengals, number 1 pick contention. Joe Burrow's out for a while. Broncos, potential wild card. They got a lot to work on. Young but intriguing for the New York Giants. Cam Scatterboo, Jackson Dart, not your neighbor, Malik Neighbors. Vikings, potential wild card. They just got to figure out the quarterback, who's going to lead them long term. Rams, playoff team for sure. Buccaneers, playoff team for sure. Lions, Super Bowl contender. Bears, do I see the Bears missing the play? I can see the Bears missing the playoffs. 49ers, I can see them being a potential wild card because of injuries. Eagles, Super Bowl favorites. Raiders, I guess they're young, but they're mediocre at best. Geno Smith has not been that good. Packers, Super Bowl contender. Commanders haven't looked great. And I'm not sure exactly where's their strength of schedule. Breaking news. We just got an update that Jaden Daniels and Terry McLaurin will both miss the game against the Falcons. Don't think that'll change my outlook on what the Falcons, what the Commanders could do against the Falcons. I still think Marcus Mariota could go out there and do something to get them the win. But here is the NFL strength of schedule. Commanders are at 19, so I think I could put them at. I'll put them at a wild card team. Cardinals, mediocre at best. Steelers, not young but intriguing. Wild card. Bills, Super Bowl contenders. No, they're a favorite, dude. Falcons, young but intriguing. Seahawks, potential wild card. They've looked really good. Patriots, young but intriguing. Let's put them at missing playoffs. Browns, number one pick contention. Texans, number one pick contention. Chiefs, potential wild card. Cowboys, missing the playoffs. Chargers, playoff team. Jets, missing the playoffs. Panthers, young but intriguing. Titans, young but intriguing. Colts, playoff team. Jaguars, mediocre at best. I'm going to move young but intriguing up. I think I'd rather like a young but intriguing team over a mediocre team, because at least with a young but intriguing team, you have something to look forward to in the future. Case in point, Cam Ward, Tedero McMillan. These motherfuckers might be a potential wild card team, because who is in their division? The Panthers division is are they an NFC team? Oh, the Buccaneers, because I don't think anybody's really worried about these two teams. No slight at their fans, but Michael Penix does not look good. They don't even have a quarterback, for real. Bryce Young is still not what we all expected him to be, but he's looked better than Michael Penix has. They walked down the Falcons, actually. Yeah, Super Bowl favorites: Eagles, Ravens, Bills, contenders, Packers, Lions, playoff teams: Rams, Buccaneers, Colts, and the Chargers. Potential wildcard teams: Vikings, Broncos, Niners, Steelers, Seahawks, Chiefs, Commanders. Missing the playoffs. Don't see the Bears making the playoffs. Patriots, the Jets, Cowboys, young but intriguing. Yeah, Kim Scottaboo, Jackson Dart, Neighbors. I mean, they have Bijan, Drake London. I'm not sure how you feel about Michael Penix, but I'm not looking at him to be anything special at this point. Titans got Cam Ward, which we're rocking with. Ayo Maynor, which we're rocking with. Mediocre at best. If they could, I know that going into it, they thought that Geno Smith was going to be the gap between Derek Carr, but he has not looked great. The Cardinals did just lose to the Seahawks because their kicker could not place the ball in the right spot. The Jaguars just haven't blew me away yet. Nothing they're doing is like, oh man, let's be worried about the Jaguars this year, because it's just really Travis Hunter and Brian Thomas Jr. hasn't even performed. And I know I don't know if you believe in the sophomore slump, but that's what we're looking at with him. And then the Saints, man, Desmond Ritter's not the answer. Tua turned the ball over. Y'all need to go ahead and trade Tyreek and Jalen Waddle. Get Devon Achane out of there. The Bengals could probably be higher if Joe Burrow was going to play even in the next, what is his possible return date? Injury. upgrade turf toe at least 3 months. 3 months is a long time. So if we go here, so 3 months, loss, 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 loss. That's 1 month. Could maybe win. Could maybe win. We'll probably split. Could maybe win. Loss, loss, loss. Could maybe win. Could maybe win. That's 1 week. So it's 3 months, 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, 6 weeks, 7 weeks, 8 weeks. That's 2 months. 9 weeks, 10 weeks, 11 weeks, 12 weeks. His possible return date could be somewhere like in December, if it's actually going to be 3 months. But yeah, I don't know. I just don't think the Bengals' future is looking bright. They need to go ahead and adjust that offensive line, dude. It's not that hard. If you have a superstar quarterback and a superstar receiver, but you can't get the ball to the receiver because the quarterback can't stay up long enough, you know, it speaks for itself. So that'll do it for our video for today. Quick little update to our tier list and breaking down the NFL schedule for week 4. If you are enjoying these videos and you're like hearing my input on the NFL, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Tune in for more videos, Madden Sims, random simulators, everything galore. Make sure you join the Gambino Mafia. And until next time, I've been your host, your favorite Uber Crabman. Peace.